Hey guys, so today I'm going to be teaching you how you can overcome your fear of losing in Valorant competitive and ranked. This is also called ranked anxiety. If you guys have anything related to this, if you feel any negative emotions or feelings before queuing up for ranked, this might relate to you. So I'm going to split this up into a few different categories. I have a few things written down here that I think are important because I have also I struggle with this specifically in Overwatch, but never really in Valorant, but it doesn't really matter what game it is. It's the same thing. Um, before I start, please subscribe if you have not already. Leave a like. If you do these things, it'll ensure that I continue making content like this. If you guys want more, you find this helpful, hit the like and subscribe. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and explain the first category that we want to talk about. So, ranked anxiety stems mainly from a lack of confidence in your ability to perform. At least that's kind of how I see it. But in general, we could talk about things that you should stop focusing on, because if you're focusing on the wrong things, you're going to have these negative emotions. So I wrote down a list. I think this is almost everything, but probably not exactly everything. There's probably like more specific stuff you could think about, but I'm going to go ahead and list them and name them off now. So stop focusing on things that don't matter. Your teammates' performances, your rank/your RR, your match history, and your KDA and previous games. So, for example, if I was someone who might have severe ranked anxiety, I might look at I might have good games even, and then I might look at like this one game like, oh, I'm negative, even though I'm not negative here. Like, say I have like a bad game, and then I say, oh my god, I played so bad. I'm so trash. Why should I even play comp? Like, of course you shouldn't do that. You also shouldn't continuously blame your teammates, because instead of blaming your teammates, you should put that energy into improving yourself. There's no reason to flame your teammates. There's no reason to bring your teammates down. It's not going to increase your chance to win the game. If your teammates are playing poorly, there's other ways to deal with that. This can be another entire video on itself. Also, we talked about how to deal with toxicity or stuff like that in another video, if you guys want that. But mainly, just stop focusing on these things. These things don't matter. Again, I'll list them again. Your teammates' performances, how your teammates are playing during and after the game. It's especially bad if you're doing it either one, but especially after. Like, if you're still focusing on a teammate that performed bad or trolled or whatever you think they did after the game's over, that's not going to be good. That you should just take a break really at that point. But your rank/your RR, this doesn't matter, right? So if I click here, if you're attached to this icon and these numbers, you're going to struggle to rank up, because I've been there before. It's not fun to lose when you care that much about this stuff. I'm not saying it's bad to care about these things. I'm just saying, simply, if you care about these things too much and you're attached to them and you start to lose them, if you lose one game, you're gonna perform worse the next game. And if you keep losing, it's just like a downhill battle from there, uphill battle. And KDA, like anything really, anything that's kind of similar to these things is gonna hinder your ability to perform in ranked games, and it's going to increase ranked anxiety. So we listed the things that you should stop focusing on. So what should we focus on? And the things we should focus on are mechanics, right? Like your individual ability, to put it broadly, your individual skill, your individual ability to carry the game, and the small minor details that add up to your overall individual skill. And so this is aim, peeking, movement, and just overall ask yourself what you could have done better after each round and after the whole game as a whole. Because yes, you make small mistakes in a round that do matter, but also it's very important to ask yourself, what did I do wrong in like the long term of this game? What could I have done better overall, instead of just in this one specific round, like, oh yes, I shouldn't have peeked that. But like, was I just playing too aggressive the whole game? Question mark, like ask yourself that question. And as you begin to improve these things, aim, peeking, movement, like you can practice these. Like I used to, whenever I get tilted in a game, sometimes I would just go to close the game, or not close the game, but just open aim lab and just play for like 10, 15 minutes. Just take out my like anger, frustration with whatever it was in that game that tilted me. And that would help a lot, right? Because you put the negative energy into making yourself better, and then you go again, and you just keep going, and you don't give up, because nobody cares about excuses but yourself, quite frankly. Remember that. So all these things that you're gonna focus on yourself improving, they all stem into confidence, and confidence will overall completely gut ranked anxiety. You won't have ranked anxiety if you have high confidence in your ability to perform on whatever character that you play, because that is quite literally what anxiety is. Like, if you don't think you're gonna perform, then you're gonna be a little anxious to queue up because you don't want to perform badly. But if you're confident, you know that you have a high chance to play well because you've been putting time, energy, effort into getting better, then, you know, it's going to be much easier to not be anxious. So, you know, this is a short video. My videos are being short. I kind of like making videos like this because I feel like they're very helpful for people that need them. I can maybe talk about one more thing here. Maybe not tilting. So tilting is, I'm going to say for me, inevitable. If I play enough games, I will inevitably get tilted. A lot of the time, my tilt will just be very short term. Like right after the round, like I'll be like quite upset, but then a few seconds later, I'll just be fine, back to playing the game. But after multiple like tough, rough games where I've maybe not been performing, I will start to like not want to play the game. And if this happens to you, you should just stop playing, take a break, come back later in the day, or go play a mob, like I said, warm up, continue putting energy into bettering yourself instead of crying or whining that your teammates are bad, because your teammates have very little impact on your overall ability, or they have no impact on your ability, but they have little impact on your rank, because you won't get throwers every game. Your teammates don't want you to lose every single game, I promise, but you will have games, and you just have to, it's how you deal with them that really matters. That's what I've found. So, but yeah, if you do get tilted, just take a break, chill out. I know people say that a lot, but it's easier said than done. Just chill out, bro. Don't play another game if you feel like you're gonna have another rough game. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it for your mental. It's not worth it for your ability to get better. It's not worth it for your rank. It's not worth it. So, hopefully this is useful. Like I said, make sure to subscribe, like the video if you want more content like this in the future. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.